So now that we've found this formula, what does it mean? What's the matter, Rolling Stone fans? Can't get no satisfaction? Well, I'm not surprised! The cheapest tickets to see them live in London last year were £106 each. Compare that to the ticket prices of other epic bands like Coldplay, £52, U2, £72, and One Direction, £82. Makes it official. The Rolling Stones are the most expensive band ever. They're the Rolling Stones. They've been around forever. Surely their longevity has got something to do with high ticket prices, right? Well, to know for sure, we're going to have to look at some data. Here is a sample of Rolling Stone concert ticket prices over the past 50 years, adjusted for inflation. Now, after a quick calculation, you can see that their latest ticket price has increased sixfold from when they began. That's huge. I have to emphasise that these prices are all in today's money. If the cost of bread increased at the same rate as these ticket prices, then a loaf today would cost £10.52, £32 if it's an artisan sourdough. And even though this sounds outrageous, as a mathematician, I can see a reason for this madness. I feel compelled to draw in a smooth increasing line trying to hit as many data points as possible until I end up with a curve that looks like it's exponential. How exciting is that? That suggests that there's a mathematical relationship between high ticket prices and the longevity of the band. But wait, before I get too carried away, that does beg the question. How do you accurately measure the age of the Rolling Stones? Is it simply how long they've been together for as a band? Or is it the average age of band members? Well, let's investigate. Here is a graph of the average age of Rolling Stone band members over the years. Now, you can see at the beginning there's a bit of a bump in the first 5 years, but after that, it's smooth sailing all the way to 1993. Now, that's the year when founding bassist Bill Wyman left the band. Wyman joined the Stones in 1963 at the age of 27, when both Keith and Mick were only 20 years old. In actual fact, Wyman's always been the oldest member of the band in all its various incarnations, and you can see the average age drop when he leaves. So let's return to our original price graph and swap around the time axes. Let's chuck out the years and put in the average age of band members and see what we get. Well, it's something that looks pretty similar, really, but it might just have the answers we're looking for. As a side note, Bill Wyman retired from the band at age 57 to spend more time with his young bride, Mandy, who as a couple had an average age of 39. So returning to our price graph, if indeed there is any mathematical relationship in the data, then we need to find the formula so we can stick in the average age of band members in one end and out pop concert ticket prices in the other. In statistics, this is called regression analysis, which coincidentally is the type of therapy Wyman's ex-bride has undertaken. Regression analysis is the method of finding the curve that best fits your data. So let's go ahead and do that with our graph, excluding the last data point. And what do we get? A beautiful exponential curve that fits the data with 98% accuracy. That's a high distinction. But here's the fun part. Now that we've got this formula, we can actually predict future ticket prices. Let's fill in those missing 10 years until we get a prediction in 2012 of £112. That's only £6 off what the actual price was. But if we include booking fees and surcharges, hey, we're spot on. So now that we've found this formula, what does it mean? Well, let me tell you. Mick Jagger is a very smart man. As a graduate of the London School of Economics, you can't tell me that he hasn't been interested in the financial position of his band from the very beginning. It's clear to me we have discovered the formula he created for pricing his band based on the average age of band members. It explains why he hired Bill Wyman at the beginning of his career, 7 years his senior. It increases the average age of the band. And it also explains Darryl Jones. Who? Jones is the guy that's been playing the bass for the Stones ever since Wyman left. The reason why you've never heard of him is because Jones was born the year before the Stones were formed. If they made him an official member of the band, it would drop the average age by 3.5 years, causing ticket sales to drop by £20 each. And I think we can all agree, losing £400,000 per concert would leave Mick with little, if no, satisfaction. Luckily for you, you can get quite a bit of satisfaction just by subscribing to Head Squeeze.